Hey there, I'm Lance, and this is Love to Hate. And today I have two of my little ones here with me, and we are going to be taking a look at a game from Thinking Cup Learning. It's called Storytime Chess. And Storytime Chess says that it is for ages 3 and up. And Ford, how old are you? How old are you?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're 3, man. You're 3 years old. And so Ford here is the perfect age to start learning chess according to Storytime Chess here. And Anna, how old are you?
6.
You're 6, and you've already played some of Storytime Chess, right? We played a
Yeah.
lot of it, actually. We're almost through with this. So we are going to take a look at it on the table. Let me show you some of the components, and the storybook is the main thing in this game. Let me show that to you a little bit, and then we'll come back and share our thoughts on this. All right, let me show you what you get in Storytime Chess here. You obviously get a chessboard, and this chessboard is going to be double-sided. On the side that you're going to be using primarily, you've got the different characters in the game that are outlined on their spaces where they're supposed to go, both for the black team and for the white team on the other side. On the reverse side of this board is just an old-fashioned checkerboard, or chessboard that does not have the characters on it. And you have your pieces for the white team. And these pieces here are going to be standard chess pieces, but there are cardboard cutouts that are going to be slotted in front of the pieces to help your kids learn what those pieces are, because they're going to come familiar with these quick characters, such as Queen Bella here. And the stories in the storybook are really going to help your kids to connect with these different characters and remember their personalities and how they like to move about the board. This is King Chomper, excuse me. And that's going to really stick with them. And so you can see how animated the artwork is and all the different pawns back there. And then you have your black team over here on this side. You got King Shaky there. And Queen Allegra and all of their team with their pawns. And then the primary thing that you are going to be using in this game is the storybook. Now, this storybook is chock full of different stories. You can see how thick it is. I'll show you guys the table of contents here. I'm not going to show you too much of what's in this book, but you can see here that there are 9 chapters that help you learn the different pieces in the game, such as the kings, the queens, the bishops, the knights, the rooks, the queens, I think I've already said that, and the pawns as well. And there's an additional crown card game at the end of the book, and that is what is that for all of that back there for. And so you don't just get a chess game with this, you also get a mini game that is another way to help your kids learn how chess works and all the different pieces. Now, I should say that this booklet has different exercises that you are going to be working through, in addition to the different stories that are told for each chapter. So the way this works is that there will be a story that you work through, Chapter 1, King Chomper, the White King, and you're going to read this story to your kiddos, and then it's going to be followed up with some exercises to help them kind of put the story into practice and ultimately learn how that piece works before starting a new chapter and learning about the next piece. That's the primary way that you are going to teach your kids the different pieces and how chess works. Now, don't fret if you're like, I don't know chess, I don't know how to play myself, because there is a standard chess instruction guide in here to teach you all the basics to chess. And so don't worry if you are not a chess expert. You don't have to be in order to be able to do this and work this through with your kiddos. There's also a instruction manual for yourself on how to use Storytime Chess, the storybook, and an introduction to the storyline and how all of this works. It does recommend that you go through the exercises more than just once so that your kids become familiar with it. I do want to show you real quick the insert and how this game is stored, because it is very nice. This is a top class production quality here. You get these nice plastic inserts that are going to hold all of your pieces and the cards and all the components. Everything fits in here nice and squared away. That's very nice. So let's go back up top, and I'm going to show you guys what my kids think about it and show you how much they've learned from Storytime Chess. All right, we're back, and now we're going to share our thoughts on Storytime Chess, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what my kids have learned. As I mentioned at the beginning, Anna here has gone through most of it. We're getting close to the end. Ford has just started, so he doesn't know quite as much as Anna, but I'm going to show you guys a little bit of how Storytime Chess has worked out for them. Ford, let's start with you, buddy. Do you remember who this is? King Chomper, that's right. I don't know if you guys can hear him or not, but he said that's King Chomper, and that is exactly who that is. Can you show them how King Chomper moves? How does King Chomper move? One space at a time, right? And what directions can he move in? Can you show him? He can go forward. What else can he do? He can go side to side. What can he do? Can he go backwards? Yeah, he can go backwards. And can he go diagonal? You remember what diagonal is?
I'm pretty sure he can.
Can you do it? He can go like right here. Yeah, that's right. Good job, Ford. And the king is actually one of the first lessons that you learn about in Storytime Chess, and it has a really fun way of doing that. We're going to show you guys a segment of that for 1 second. King Chomper was a silly king who lived in a silly castle in a land called Chesslandia. He went, achoo!
I'll get that.
Okay, Ford. Help King Chomper get to all the pizza. Remember, he can only move one step at a time. He's got to move real slow because of his big belly. Okay? We got one last slice. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Pick up our last slice of pizza. Good job, Ford. And so, as you saw there in that video, there's tokens that you use and pizza tokens that you scatter throughout the board. These tokens help kids to learn that you move King Chomper one space at a time in any direction, trying to pick up these tokens as fast as you possibly can. And that helps kids to remember that kings only move one space, but they can move in any direction.
What about the other one?
Well, that's a good question. What about the other ones? Anna, you know about the other ones, right?
Yes.
What's this?
That's a knight.
That is a knight. And do you remember how a knight moves?
It moves.
What shape of a letter does it move in?
L.
Like an L, that's right, okay? Which means it can move one direction and then it can move in a side-to-side direction, right?
Like
1, 2. Right, move forward 2 and 1 to the side, right? So if we were right here, we could go how many forward?
2.
2 forward, and then how many side to side?
1.
1 to the side. Or we could do 1 forward, right? And how many to the side?
2.
2, that's right. And we could go either to the right or the left. That's right. So we can do an L with the knight. Okay, so Anna, you remember what this one is?
A rook.
And how does a rook move?
In a straight line.
Straight line, and it can go forwards or backwards. Can it go side to side?
Yeah.
Yes, it can go side to side, and it can move as far as it wants, right?
Uh-huh.
But it can't jump over other players. What about this one? Do you know what this is?
Bishop.
Yeah, and the color of hair matters, right? Because what does that tell you?
It means she has to go diagonal, but green spaces.
On the dark green spaces, right? Yeah. And the other one has
to go on the light spaces.
On the light spaces, that's right, because its hair is white. And so they've color-coded that to help kids remember that the green one stays on green and the white one stays on white. And then how about who's this?
The queen.
That's right, the queen. Stay over here, bud. And so how does the queen move?
She moves anywhere. Diagonal, front, backwards, right, left. I don't know my right and left, though.
But you know chess, that's right. May not know our right and left, but we know chess. So there you guys can see my 6-year-old, almost 7-year-old, has already learned the pieces and how they move. So she could play a game of chess. She's not quite got the strategy down yet, but that's okay. We're going to get there. And well, that comes next after you've learned how all the pieces move, of course. But she could play a game of chess with either myself or our 9-year-old who has already worked through Storytime Chess and has picked up the game pretty well. We do have other things in here that we want to show you guys. We have, this is the crown card game. I'm actually holding it upside down. And this is just a fun little game, a mini game that's inside of Storytime Chess that uses these cards. And it's just a fun way to kind of help the kids learn all the basics to chess, not just in the storybook format, but also in these mini games. And so, Anna, what do you think about Storytime Chess?
I think it's pretty good. Probably I would like to play it with my friends.
Yeah, would you?
Yeah.
You'd like to show them how much you know when it comes to chess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Chess is an interesting, smart game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about chess, Ford? Do you like chess?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So I would highly recommend Storytime Chess out there for you guys. I first became aware of it when it was running back on Kickstarter a while back. And, you know, just being that it said you could teach your 3-year-old how to play chess. And that really caught me, and as soon as I got it, I've tried it out with my kids, and it's worked great so far, like I said, with my 9-year-old, my 7-year-old, and we're getting there with my 3-year-old. He's just started on it, and so I'm excited to see where all of this goes. I have another one, but he's only 19 months, so he's not quite ready yet for Storytime Chess.
He's only one!
Yeah, he's only one. So, let me know what you guys think about this game. Leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear that and respond back to you guys. I'll put in the description of the video the website where you can go and check this game out for yourself and see if you'd want to purchase it and try it out with your kids.
Dad?
Yeah.
Are we going to tell him if the pawns get all the way to the end that they turn into one?
She's already picked up on some things that are in the expansion, the strategy guide, which we're going to cover in another video. But she's already picked up some of the lessons in that as well. So be on the lookout for our video on that. She's sharing a little bit ahead for you guys there. So, all right, I'm Lance. These are my children, and we are Love to Hate, where we try to bridge the gap between gamers and non-gamers. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.